All right, Shalom. Just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah HaChadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule and that do teach well, and that have taught me this truth. To you I say Shalom, and Shalom to the hopeful elect, Kwame Ashal and the Bible Ball. All right, so here's some news that came in a couple days ago. I found this tweet on Twitter here. It says Russian embassy in Kenya, Russian government organization, and the title says the end of the petrodollar era is inevitable. And the man that you see here on the screen is William Ruto. He is the current president of Kenya, and in this video he's just telling his fellow countrymen to get ready to move away from the US dollar in terms of trading, especially when it comes to trading for oil and fuel. And he also said that in the weeks to come, you're going to see a change, right? So you've been seeing, man, especially within the past years, especially late last year, these different nations, man, they're moving away from the petrodollar, which is the US dollar. Late last year, you had Ghana come out. The president, he basically came out and said, you know, we're no longer going to use the American dollar to buy oil. We're going to use gold. And then also last year, you had China come out and say that we're actually going to just use the yuan to purchase crude oil, right? So you're seeing all these different nations moving away from the US dollar, which is the world's reserve currency. Okay. Now, I just want to share this. I found this on Twitter by this guy named Soaring T, and he posted a post of another post that a lady made here, and it says here BRICS, right? Over half of the world's population have already gone to a gold-backed financial system. This means they have detached from the US dollar. Germany requested to join. If they do, goodbye to the euro. The US will join too as soon as we get rid of the rest of the criminals. I don't know about the US, but you know, when all of this happens, when the euro goes, when the dollar goes, what is it going to bring? It's going to bring a digital system, because that's what it's about. But she put a little chart here showing you which countries that want to be members of the BRICS. Okay, and these you know, the BRICS, they're about their economy, right? They're about being detached from the US dollar, right? So a lot of nations here want that. It's a lot of nations, man. They don't want to be a part of the US, right? So I also found an article to back that up, right? I'll post the links in the description. It's current, right? Many nations want to join BRICS, clear sign of its values, right? So everybody wants to move away from the US dollar, man, because it's toxic. Because, you know, what does that entail? It entails that the US is going to collapse. Everybody out there knows that. All these nations know that. They know that America is going to fall. And what does that mean for you Americans, man? You're going to experience a financial collapse. It's coming real soon. All right, so just moving on now. Also, I just want to mention Elder Apostle Tahar. This year, he mentioned that he made a name for the year. He named the year the fulfilling of the prophecies, the year of 2023. And I noticed late last year, Dmitry Medvedev, he made some predictions on what could happen in the year 2023. And a lot of the predictions he made goes into what's written in the scriptures on prophecy being fulfilled, on how this place is going to collapse, right? So what Apostle Tahar did in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Mashad was on point, man, because you have a lot of other rulers or former rulers, insiders, coming out and saying that, you know, a lot of these things that are written in the scriptures, they might happen this year. So He made 10 predictions. So it says what could happen in 2023. And by the way, he's the former Russian president, Dmitry Medvedev, if you're not familiar. Okay, you can go look him up yourself. So he said here, the collapse, number 10, the collapse of the Bretton Woods financial system, including the collapse of the IMF and the World Bank, rejection of the euro and the dollar as the world reserve currencies, right? So that's what you're seeing right now. You have these countries moving away from the US dollar and moving away from the euro, right? You're seeing that. Didn't he just come out? You saw late last year, the Ghanaian president, he came out and told you, we're not going to be trading US dollars for oil anymore. China's coming out, we're just using the yuan. Hell, Russia's doing that too. Russia's using their own stuff. And you just saw post here, these are the countries, right? And you just saw the article. Many nations wanting to join BRICS, clear sign of its values. So that's the prediction this man made. Now it says here, the return of the gold standard, right? The gold standard. Now you're seeing what I just speak of. The Ghanaian president, he said, we're going to use gold to buy oil, right? And that's what the BRICS is about. They want to use gold, right? Because gold is a just weight. It's not a false balance. What the scripture says. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, this is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1. A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. That's right, a just weight is going into gold and silver, real money, because they have weight behind it. Right? Gold and silver, they weigh different, there's different weights that they have. Right? So it says Proverbs 20 and 23, diverse weights are an abomination unto Yahweh, and a false balance is not good. And a false balance is this fiat currency, this paper money. Especially when you start printing it out of thin air and nothing's backing it. That's a false balance. That isn't a just weight. Right? So everybody's moving back to gold, man. The ancient way of doing things. That's what they want to do. But what is this going to bring? This is going to bring in a digital system. Right? Alright. Anyways, because remember, he said the Bretton Woods system is coming to an end. I remember I did a video about the Bretton Woods system. Right, on how they're going to move away from it. You can go watch the video yourself. Okay, so let's go back and finish it. It says the return of the gold standard, transition to the active use of digital fiat currencies. Hey, and that's what's taking place. That's why you had the whole situation with the SVB. After that fiasco, that shit show, with all the bank runs and all these regulators that had to step in, right? Because they're going to go through a liquidity crisis. They had to step in so you wouldn't have a financial collapse, right? That would have been very catastrophic. But after that fiasco, what are the people calling for? And what are these rich people behind the banks calling for? They're calling for a CBDC, central bank digital currency. Okay, so this is telling you transition to the active use of digital fiat currency. So you see how things are starting to progress now. And 2023, it just pretty much started. It's not over yet. We're not even halfway through the year. And what did this guy say? In the weeks to come, you're going to see a change in the market. Pretty serious, guys. Pretty serious. All right? So just keep your eye on this. All right, so let me get a preset. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Yeah, and the Lord, he's going to come back as a thief in the night, and he's going to pretty much come back when you least expect. All right. Thief is coming to rob you and murder you, most likely. That's what thieves do, right? Stab you up, shoot you up. That's what the Lord's going to do, man. He's going to come back with violence. You're not going to know what hit you in that day. So verse 3, it says, actually, one precept. Matthew chapter 24 verse 36, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. That's right. So nobody knows when the Lord is going to actually return, like what day and what time. Not even the angels know, not even Yahweh Shai knows. But only the Father knows that. But we are given these scriptures, we're given the prophecies, right? We're given the signs to gauge what time we're in. You know, those things tell us that, we are nearing the Lord's return. So with what's going on in the world, we know that the Lord is on his way. Right. And when you go into this chapter, it talks about that. When you go into, it says here, what's the subtitle? Signs of Yahweh Shai's return. When you go from verse 1 all the way down to verse 14. Right. So I believe from verse 1 all the way to verse 14, that's what we're experiencing right now. Okay. So we are in the time of the Lord's return. He's coming back any day now. Any day. Any day. Okay, so let's go back here. So it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So peace and safety. Right? And everything is good. That peace and safety, man, I'm going to just say, before this financial collapse, maybe an hour or an hour from when it happens, it could possibly be a nice sunny day. You probably just got paid, you're about to get laid, and you're about to sit in the shade and sip some lemonade, and then boom, that's when that financial collapse comes. And then within that moment, man, your money is worth nothing, right? It's worth nothing. And that's when all hell is going to break loose. That's that sudden destruction, man, that cometh upon you, that financial collapse, when it hits you, boom. And then that's when everything starts to go down, man. All these riots start to happen. As travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And you're not going to escape it. You're not going to escape the financial collapse. You're not going to escape the race riots. You're not going to escape the ICBM nuclear missiles. Because it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's why you're not going to escape. You're not going to escape because you got to pay for the wickedness that you've done over here. Let's get Hebrews chapter 10 verse 30. It says, for we know him that has said, vengeance belongeth unto me, I will recompense, saith the Lord. And again, the Lord shall judge his people. That's right. Hey, and the Lord is going to recompense, which really means to pay back. The Lord wants payback. And you devils over here, you got to pay. You got to pay for what you did to Yahweh Bashim Yoshai's people, and also for slandering his own name. Crucifying the Lord a second time. Right? And again, the Lord shall judge his people. And guess what, Jake? You're going to get judged too. You 2/3, you're going to get judged. Right? You're going to get judged. Get judged. So vengeance belongeth unto me, and vengeance is a form of revenge. Okay? And recompense, saith the Lord. Okay, so verse 31, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. And it is a fearful thing. A fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, Yahweh Bashim Yoshai. And that's why you're not going to escape. Because you have fallen into the hands of Yahweh Bashim Yoshai. And it's very fearful. It means you're done. You're dead, man. You're dead. That's why it says, in 1 hour, this place is going to be destroyed. Within that hour, man, you people are going to be scared shitless. You know how much anxiety that's going to cause you, man? You know how much fear and anxiety you're going to experience from that? From just the missiles alone being shot off. Just think of that for a second. Forget the race riots. Forget the financial collapse. What about the missiles? Right? Don't get me wrong, those things are terrible. You're going to be thinking very, very bad. There's going to be a lot of anxiety. But think about the missiles. You only have an hour to live. That's fearful, man. So it says, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hand of the living power. That's right. That's right, man. That's dangerous. All right, so what else do I want to get here? Now I just want to go back to the financial collapse, because this actually ties into Second Ezra's the 15th chapter, and also Second Ezra's 9. And I just want to show you what's going on over there in France. You people are going to start to riot, just like these people, but probably worse. And by the way, these riots, they started because Emmanuel Macron, which he's the president over there, he just raised the retirement age from 62 to 64. And people are going crazy over there. So this is what's going on. All right. Now, when a financial collapse happens, what do you think is going to happen over here? When you Americans lose everything? Terrible, man. So people hurling bricks and stones, and people using clubs, and people busting shots. So that's what happens when you raise the retirement age from 62 to 64. But what about the virgin daughter of Babylon, the place that has never been touched? You people that have never been through anything, because a lot of you people over here right now, you're pacified. So how are you going to react? It's going to be worse than this, because you lost everything. Right? You lost everything. Real quick, I just want to show this. This is another tweet. French president suddenly took off $2,000 euro timepiece while speaking about his unpopular retirement reforms that have led to the national riots. Now, I just want to say, man, that just shows you, man, this guy is not really... He's really disconnected from his people, right? For him to do that, it just shows you he's not really connected to his people on any level. He doesn't really understand what his people are really going through. Obviously, this guy's living really good, and obviously he's the head of the state, right? He's the king. But for him to do that, he's really trying to protect himself and to protect his image. These people don't really give a damn about you little people, man. He doesn't give a damn about you little people. Right? Now, is it wrong to be rich? Hell no. Not wrong to be rich. It's not wrong to be rich. Right? It's not wrong. But getting riches the wrong way, that's another story. That's not good. And it's clearly, this guy, he got his riches from lying, cheating, and stealing, he has a lot of blood on his hand. He's dirty. He's dirty. And he's a devil, man. He's a devil. And you know what? He's following the orders of the elites. Because he's also down with the New World Order plans. Right? Bringing forth the MOTB, bringing forth the digital currency. He's down with it. But I just want to show you this. This guy is not connected to his people in any way. If he had to do that. And this goes with 2nd Ezra chapter 15, which I'm going to get, right? So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another. Civil unrest, race riots, and swords in their hands. Guns. What's the modern day sword? Guns. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men. Yeah, and sedition is you going against, the common folk going up against the established authority. Right? You regular people, you're going to bear arms and go up against the government, go up against the police, go up against the FBI, going up against your kings, your politicians, your princes, right? And invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. That's right, and they're going to do whatever they want, right? So they're going to fight up against these rulers, just like what you see here, Emmanuel Macron, the head of state. They're gonna try and kill guys like this. Try and kill Trump. A lot of these guys, right? Biden come up against you. Kamala, they're gonna come up against you. Trudeau, they're gonna definitely come up against you. They don't like you here, man. Calling you a communist, they don't like you. I'm not gonna do that. But a lot of you regular folks out here, you people that don't know what's going on, you're gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Us at Great Millstone, we're not gonna do that. All right, just gotta put that out there. So, yeah, he's not connected. Got 100 on my neck, got a 40 on my wrist. $1 trillion nigga need $1 trillion bitch. This guy's balling, man. This guy's balling, yo. But anyways, let's move on. What do I want to get here? Let's get Jeremiah, because you can't escape what's coming, Babylon. You can't escape the impending doom. All right, so this is Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 7. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna start here. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Yeah, the world is drunken off of the philosophies of America, Babylon the Great. What proves that? Look at what this man is wearing. He's wearing a suit and tie, speaking English. That obviously goes back to Britain. They started that, right? Britain, the British, but who came out of the British? America, the loving mother. But pretty much everybody wants to be like America. Everybody wants to do business like America, right? And that's what they were trading in American dollars, right? And believing in what they believe in. The Americanized, their American way of doing things. And now they're mad. That's why they're rejecting the dollar, right? That's why they're going to shoot missiles upon this place, because the American way of doing things is causing them problems, right? Nobody likes America no more. Okay, so it says here, the nations have drunken of her wine, and therefore the nations are mad. They're upset. They're pissed. Verse 8: Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. That's right. So taking balm for her pain is going into them different austerity measures, trying to salvage the economy. Right? What you saw with the whole SVB and these regulators stepping in and people not bailing out the banks, that's a form of balm, right? That's that balm for her pain, which that balm isn't going to do anything. It can't do anything, because it's like putting a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound, because America's already too far gone. First of all, you Americans, man, you don't produce anything. You consume everything, right? And also you're in $1 trillion at that. So you're fucked, right? So it doesn't matter how many austerity measures, how much money you print. It's just gonna go downhill from there. It's circling down the drain. You're done, right? So, if so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. That's right. You're not gonna be healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. And that's right, everybody wants to jump ship. People came here, they made their millions, now everybody wants to leave. Because it's going down, it's a sinking ship. And a lot of people know that missiles are going to bombard this place. A lot of people don't want to be here when destruction comes too. So a lot of people, they're moving back to their own country. You know, they made their millions, now they're taking their money back to their home. Anyway, that's all I want from here. Let's get Second Ezra's. Was there more? Oh yeah, that's another clip I found. It just shows you, man, a lot of these people over there in France, over there in Europe too, like they're desensitized when they see these riots. Right, people are eating dinner, having a drink while the riots are going on. All right, I'll just play it. No big deal, nothing to see here. We've seen this time and time again. These people are desensitized. Remember what happened during the Yellow Jacket riots? Yellow Jackets and the Yellow Vest during Emmanuel Macron's rule. They've been through so many riots, it doesn't even faze them anymore. But you Americans, you people are gonna just go ape shit. You people are gonna be afraid. Especially when the financial collapse comes. All this stuff is just happening because he rose the retirement age. But imagine an economic collapse. Imagine how you people are going to react out here. It's just my thoughts on that. Anyway, last scripture. This is 2 Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Going into the signs, right? How do you measure the time? You gotta use the scriptures. Go into the scriptures, look at the prophecies, and also watch the men of the Lord. Because you need people to explain the prophecies to you. You can't just read this book and get understanding. It has to be taught to you. Verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. That's talking about Yahushua coming back and visiting this world, your maker. All right, so we are in that time, and he's getting ready to visit. Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, which you're seeing now, seeing uproars in France, uproars in America, different parts of the world, then shalt thou well understand that that the Most High, Salakia, spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Yeah, the end of Esau's world, the end of you devils ruling. That goes with 2 Ezra chapter 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the end is here. We're living in the end. Esau, you're the end of this world. You're the end of this age. And we're coming into the beginning of Jacob ruling, Yahushua's kingdom. All right. So that's all that I have for today. I hope this was edifying. Till next time, I just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone GMS. To you I say Shalom. Kwam Yashala. Shalom.